Alright, we're going to wire up a 3-phase buck boost transformer using diagram H. The first thing I'm going to do is find H2 and H3. I'm going to tie those together and cap them off on both transformers. It's going to take 2 buck boosts, 2 transformers to make a 3-phase. So again, H2, H3 gets capped off, and we won't use that for anything else. And we're going to do the same thing on transformer number 2. Again, that's H2 and H3 on both transformers capped off. Now, on the high volt primary side, on A phase, you're going to take X4 and X2. So find your X4 and X2. And those two are going to connect to your high volt A phase. This wire is just for demonstrative purposes. This is representing my input, my high volt input. Now we're going to take X3 X1 and H4. These 3 wires are going to be your A phase on your low volt side. Alright. That leaves H1 on transformer number 1. We're going to take H1 on number 1, find H1 on number 2. There it is, H1. And we're going to take our high volt B phase and our low volt B phase and tie them both together with H1. Popped out. Alright, so again, H1 on transformer number 1 and H1 from number 2 are going to be your high volt and your low volt B phase. All 4 of these wires are going to connect together. Now you're on transformer number 2. We're going to get X4 and X2. So I got X4 and X2. Those are going to tie to your high volt C phase. Again, this wire is just for demonstrative purposes. Your X3, X1, and H4. All three of these are going to tie into your low volt C phase. Alright, so let's go back over it now that everything's hooked up. I've got X4 and X2 tied to my high volt A phase. H4, X3, and X1 are going to tie to my low volt A phase. H1 from transformer number 1, H1 from transformer number 2, and your high volt B phase and low volt B phase are all four going to tie together. X4 and X2 are going to tie into your high volt C phase on transformer number 2, and H4, X1, and X3 are going to tie together to your low volt C phase. And that's complete. You're ready to put power to it and test it.